Hello and welcome to AWS On Air, a live show. Well, not live, this is recorded. A show where we get to talk about the latest and greatest in AWS services and releases. And today we have something special to do with advertising and marketing. So if that's a thing you do, please stay tuned. This may be of interest to you. Now, before we get into the technology, I would like to give the people a chance to introduce themselves. Lisa, welcome. Thank you very much for being here. Please do tell us, what do you do? Where do you join us from? And well, why should we care?
Yes. Hi, excited to chat today. I'm Lisa Kramer. I'm the product manager for embedded products here at LiveRamp. I am joining from the Bay Area today and excited to chat about our new product offering within AWS Marketplace.
And do tell me, is it sunny in the Bay Area now?
It is. It's a beautiful day.
See, see, that's great. I'm joining you from a very rainy Seattle, so you may have it better. Uh, Before we get to start about those things, I also like to thank Meadow, our ASL interpreter. Thank you very much for being here and for enabling all of this for everybody else. Thank you. Now, let's talk about advertising and marketing today. Um, you know, because before we start talking about a product and a thing you've launched, is let's talk about the problems that this thing could solve. So, what are the biggest challenges and potentially the biggest topics in marketing and advertising today?
Absolutely. I think a lot of the things that we are seeing stem from a couple of key changes and challenges that our clients are facing. So, the first I'll highlight is the deprecation of consumer identifiers and the changes in data privacy laws that have disrupted kind of long-standing, decades-old technology based on device identifiers and being able to create personalized marketing off of that. So um, these new data regulations are changing the way companies are interacting with customer data. It's much more difficult to move data between two parties, between countries, as you think about GDPR. And so as a result, what we're seeing is marketers are spending a lot of time and making big investments in first party data. They're really building out a first party data strategy to focus more on authenticated information and to build that trust relationship with the consumer.
Okay, yeah, and I'm sure that you, LiveRamp, can help the customers in that. But do tell us, what is LiveRamp? What do you folks do?
Absolutely. LiveRamp makes it safe and easy for our clients to connect data. We're
Okay,
powered by core identity resolution capabilities, enabling our customers to recognize and consolidate their first party data. Additionally, we open up interoperability with the advertising ecosystem, enabling our clients to better connect, control, and activate data for personalized marketing strategies as well as better customer experiences.
okay. Now, when you say this data, what kind of data are we talking here, right? So again, I'm a novice. I don't do this. I'm not in marketing and advertising. So what kind of data are we talking here?
Yeah, we're talking about first party data. So, a customer logs in with a brand or they
Okay,
make a purchase with a brand and they provide, customer data, PII,
okay,
authentication events.
okay, okay. Awesome. So, what is this great thing that you're launching today? What you're announcing today that can help our customers in the advertising space?
Absolutely. Really excited to talk about LiveRamp's new product offering, the embedded transcoder, now available within AWS Marketplace. So, as we were just talking about, our clients are really looking for ways to connect data securely across the marketing ecosystem, but are facing a number of challenges as it relates to security concerns and ecosystem latency. And
Okay,
so this new product offering enables our clients to bring LiveRamp identity translation services directly to their VPC within AWS. So it unlocks,
what is this identity translation service? What does that actually mean? So, is this like,
yeah,
yeah, maybe you could talk about that for a sec.
sure. So we offer Ramp ID, which is our persistent
Yeah.
person-based pseudonymous identifier. And translation between those means that Ramp IDs are always encoded for client use
Okay.
based on best-in-class security standards and really locking down that client's identity space. And so, opening up translation services between Ramp ID encodings enables interoperability throughout the ecosystem to enable our clients to activate and measure in a meaningful way based on resolved data sitting within their VPC.
Okay, interesting. No, so you mentioned this is coming to AWS Marketplace. Now, just for the folks out there, AWS Marketplace is a place where you can purchase, buy solutions, software directly within your AWS account. So you can now buy the embedded transcoder service on the AWS Marketplace. And you mentioned storing it in a VPC, so in your virtual private network or virtual private cloud, let's call it that way. So it's sitting within your network. What does that mean to our customers? What kind of problems, specific customer problems, does this solve?
Yeah. So as I talked through, brands and platforms are looking for identity infrastructure to really power downstream marketing use cases. But some of the challenges that they're facing, as I described earlier, are rapidly changing data privacy regulations. That's a challenge to keep up with. The second concern would be security concerns as they're building out
Yeah.
first party data strategies and really building out that first party data asset, protecting that from data breaches and
Well,
security concerns. And then the third challenge I'd highlight is the risk around re identification due to lack of foundational privacy technology. So those are the challenges that we're hearing our clients are concerned about. And embedded transcoder really brings our translation services to where the data lives. So it addresses some of those challenges head on. It minimizes data movement and risk. And it also reduces latency and improves performance downstream. One other
so
thing I'll highlight. Oh,
okay.
go ahead.
No, I had a question. Like you mentioned the term re-identification. That sounds interesting. What does that mean? What kind of a problem is that?
Yeah, there's concerns around being able to re-identify pseudonymous data. So the way
Oh,
we
okay,
we think about data is there's known data.
okay,
If a customer is providing PII, if a customer is enabling that trust relationship with the
yes,
brand, and then there's pseudonymous data, and
of course.
that data should never be re-identified.
Okay, so this means like pseudonymous data. So the data which should not be identified to a person. The re-identification is like when you somehow have a chance to re-identify that data. Okay, understand.
Exactly.
Please do continue.
Yeah, absolutely. So I think the other benefit I wanted to highlight here is using translation services transcodes 100% of RAMP ID encodings from one encoding to the next. So what does
Okay,
that mean? If you've built a full audience segment, you've built it and analyzed it within your AWS VPC, you're ready to maybe activate that audience segment through direct activation pipes with your DSP partner. Um,
okay.
Ramp ID transcoding services can take that full audience segment and transcode those identifiers to enable you to deliver the full audience to that DSP partner. So no longer relying on cookie syncs or device mapping files, the full audience can be delivered on Ramp ID to the destination.
So just for our audience out there, what does DSP mean? Because acronyms are special. So what does DSP actually stand for?
Demand side platform.
Domain. Okay, demand side platform. Okay, fair, fair. All right, awesome. So now, do you have like a diagram? How does this look like? We would like to kind of see how is this running within your actual VPC once you deploy it? Can you show this
Absolutely.
to us? Yeah. Okay.
Let me pull up
Yeah.
a
Yeah. While
quick
Lisa is doing, while
overview.
Lisa, okay, good. So while Lisa is pulling that up, is it okay if I put it on screen now? Yeah. Good.
Yep.
So that.
Perfect. Can you see it? Okay.
Take us through this.
Yeah. So, as you can see on the left-hand side, we've chosen AWS SageMaker to house our encryption technology.
Okay.
This is not a machine learning model, which
Okay.
SageMaker is normally used for, but we chose SageMaker for a couple key reasons. One, its ability to securely store large amounts of data,
Mhm.
and two, its ability to invoke network isolation mode. So network isolation mode was particularly important to us as we thought about bringing the full power of LiveRamp identity services to a customer's VPC. We wanted to protect our data and technology while keeping the customer's environment safe as well. So we really found kind of the requirements we were looking for
Yeah.
in SageMaker.
Interesting. This is a very interesting use case of SageMaker, right? Again,
Yeah,
everybody out there, you may think like, oh, SageMaker is a thing for machine learning, but this is a very cool way to approach with it. So kudos.
absolutely. Yeah. It was we came to AWS with our requirements and kind of what we were looking to do, and the tools available made it really easy for us to achieve the design we were looking for, and ensuring our clients could maintain control of their data. We could minimize data movement, and bring our capabilities to the customer's VPC.
Amazing. And again, this is sitting within your VPC, so within your own controlled network. So if you have data governance regulations that your data needs to sit somewhere, well, in your own network, this is a great way to do it. So now, Lisa, just for the end, tell us how the customers can go and just do this. Is like, where do they go to?
Yeah, so we've paired this with the CloudFormation template available within our listing on AWS Marketplace.
Okay.
And CloudFormation will take you through a few steps. It'll create the stack, it'll pull in, the appropriate template, and it'll create the appropriate IAM resources. In general, we're seeing, it depends on input from the client on machine size and things like that. But
Yeah.
on average, we're seeing it take around 15 minutes to fully set up and deploy within your VPC. So super
Okay.
seamless, easy setup to get started. Other thing I'll point out around that, I mentioned it'll pull in the appropriate template. We've created a couple based on some standard throughput we expect, including one that can handle up to 1 million transcodes per second. So
Okay.
it's really built for scale, and the scale that the ad tech industry handles every day.
Yeah.
So really excited about that capability.
I mean, 1 million transcodes per second is a huge number. So, and I just want to touch base on this entire CloudFormation thing. So, it's not just a piece of software that you buy; it's a template that provisions all the necessary resources that you need to run embedded transcoder within your AWS account, within your VPC. So
That's right.
it's a more or less a one-click solution in this case. You can go check it out on the AWS Marketplace. Just search for LiveRamp embedded transcoder.
Absolutely.
It should be already there, right? So it's available.
It's available. And also feel free to reach out directly to
Yeah.
AWS partnership at liveramp.com as well.
So AWS partnership at liveramp.com if you want to reach out to the wonderful folks at LiveRamp. If you want to also learn a bit more about AWS advertising and marketing, you can check out that link below. So it will give you a lot of information on a lot of things we talked about today. So Lisa, thank you very much. It's been a pleasure. Thank you very much for coming here and for talking about this new thing you launched. So, and I hope that everybody else here that needs something like this will have great benefit out of a LiveRamp embedded transcoder in your
Awesome. Thank you so much.
VPC. Thank you all. Thank you all. Thank you very much, and enjoy the rest of your evening.